We're gonna be sitting here talking. Be like, oh, we're live.
What's up? What's up, guys? Red Hoover here. Rants are us. Our first live feed. Welcome to Rants are us first live feed. So, what do you want to talk about, Lance?
We're gonna be talking about Mayans season 3.
Mayans M.C.
What we think is gonna happen on season 3, and what we want to happen in season 3, and what's already happened in seasons 1 and 2.
You know what? I'm actually kind of excited about season 3. I didn't think I would be.
I am too. But before we jump all the way in that, let's go to season 1. Talk about what we thought of that. Mm-hmm. What were your thoughts on season 1? For me, it took me forever to get into it. Like, it was so slow for me to get into. I just did not enjoy it.
I'll say this: when it comes to season 1, I was hesitant for it in the very beginning.
See, that was a big issue with me too, because I had been so big in the Suns, mm-hmm. and I had no interest in this, none whatsoever.
Yeah, same with me. I thought the way I kind of felt was it's going to be a generic version of it. Is what I thought. I thought it was going to be like
so too. I thought it was. I even thought it was like halfway through the season. Yeah. I was like, okay, that's their Bobby, that's their Tig, that's their Jax,
mm-hmm. And at the end of the
play. But then I started really towards the end of the first season, I started to really grasp on the certain characters. Like, I got big into Angel, I got big into Coco.
See,
Easy, I'm still kind of like, I'm back and forth with Easy now.
You're back and forth on him? You like him now?
I do and I don't at times. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm on the fence with Easy.
See, when it comes to Easy, the way I kind of feel towards him is I'm hesitant about Easy. I thought that Easy seems to me like he seems like Jax 2.0.
I thought that
and not a very good Jax.
See, I thought that at first, but we were wrong about that, because it's definitely Angel that is Jax.
Yeah, I would actually
2.0. You know,
and fair enough on that one.
It's definitely Angel to me.
Yeah, because I you kind of won me over. In our little video of which is it, Easy or Angel? That's really the protagonist.
Yeah,
and you were actually right about that. There is,
it's bound to happen every now and then.
Yeah, I know. But when it comes to Easy, I kind of feel like Easy is the lamer one. Like, I kind of feel like Easy is the one that they meant to be the hero, but just isn't the hero.
I get what you're saying. For me, it was like at times it was Easy for me, and then at times it was Angels. I went back and forth for Angel, not Angels. There's only one, but I went back and forth there for a little while. But Angel kind of won me over towards the end of season 1, and it continued into season 2 for me.
Yeah, that's the way I kind of felt towards it too. Season 1, okay. Season 1. No, I remember talking to you about season 1. I told you, I said, Mayans M.C. is the generic. I talk in my hands. I have Italian wife. But I never. Yeah. Gotta hold my head tight, guys.
I do too, but you're like,
I know. Oh my God.
All right,
but
go ahead.
But yeah, Mayans season 2. I remember telling you that Mayans was a generic version of Sons of Anarchy. Well, it actually proved to be that way. I thought. Season 1, but season 2 really picked up for me.
I thought there was aspects of Mayans that were very generic, but I thought there was aspects of the show that was better than Sons of Anarchy too. So
no, yeah, I would actually agree. I think there's a lot of aspects of the
show. I tried to be very lenient, but yet very critical at the same time, and it's just I really got into Mayans.
I can be critical about this show a lot more than I could be. I was in a love affair with Sons of Anarchy when Sons of Anarchy first came out. I was. I thought Sons of Anarchy was the greatest thing that ever happened to television. Like, for the longest time, for like the first, 4 seasons, I kind of felt that way.
Well, I was that way until Opie died. And then I was like, this show sucks. Well, not really. I mean, I kept watching it. I still watched it every week. But I was pissed that they killed Opie.
I felt like the last season when it come to Sons of Anarchy was a complete and total waste. All it was, I mean, it was just a waste. Like he had nothing to say. They were just really kind of just setting it up for the last scene.
I thought that other than the last episode, every other episode was just about Juice getting raped.
Yeah, it was.
By Marilyn Manson. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But Mayans,
I just kind of felt like.
What do you think? Where do you think they're going with Mayans going to season 3?
I think in season 3, I think it's going into, like we've said in a lot of our videos, that Sons of Anarchy is going to be, Sam Crow is going to be the main enemy of it. I think they're going to be the main antagonist.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Chibs is going to be the big one. And I think Chibs is going to be the big one.
And I really hate that.
Like I kind of said in our previous videos too, I kind of wish that somehow they would kill Chibs and Happy would have to take it over, because I feel like that would make more of an interesting battle between Happy being friends with a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I mean,
and now having to be an enemy to them. And, I feel like that would be a better back and forth war overall than Chibs. Like, Chibs doesn't have any emotional ties to them. There's nothing that's going to make him regret or not want to do any of these things that he might possibly have to do to this club. He doesn't have that connection that not Angel, but that Happy has with the Mayans.
That Angel, that Happy has.
I said Angel. I meant Happy.
Happy's done some bad things for the Mayans. Like he killed Alvarez's son. So.
Yeah, but Alvarez wanted him to do that for whatever reason.
Never understood that.
Just to be good with Clay, I guess.
I guess,
but I mean, why Clay was so intimidating that you would let him kill your own kid. But
he was so good for the.
I think Angel needs to be a much bigger part, and I think he's going to be with the whole aspect of him having a kid and the U.S. Marshals or U.S. Attorney's office is trying to keep his kid away from him. So that's going to be like the Jackson Abel type thing. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of similarities between the shows, but I think they're going to do it a lot differently. I think it's going to be really good though with Angel. I think Angel's going to be a big character growth. I mean, he's already had a lot of character growth from season 1 to season 2, and I think he's going to have even more in season 3.
I will admit, I thought Angel was going to be the jokester. He was going to be the butt of all the jokes in the thing, and he was going to be nothing more than that. He was going to be he was going to be easy stepping stone into the club. But he actually turned out to be a lot better than that.
I thought that too, but Angel's my favorite character on the show. He is.
You know what? He wasn't for me at first, but when I went back and I rewatched a lot of the things episodes, I actually realized, you know what? I actually kind of like him a lot better.
Yeah.
I hated Easy a lot lot the second go around after watching season 2 again. I was like,
I didn't like Easy very much the first time I watched it. I remember telling you, and you're like, really? Why? And we got into that.
Easy to me had a really cool backstory. He was trying to get dirt on the club to infiltrate the club. And I thought that was kind of an interesting way to do it.
I thought for them to come out at the very beginning of the show with him basically as a rat or, a spy per se. And I was like, how is he going to last any more seasons after this?
I didn't
know how they were going to spin that, but they did that. They played that pretty well,
I actually thought it was going to last longer than what it did, but it really only lasted, season 1?
With him being a rat?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it was, a few episodes into season 2.
Because
it didn't last as long as you thought it would.
I feel like Potter is what
Lincoln
was that?
Potter. I hated him in Sons too. It was just weird, and I don't understand the point of him, and I don't understand why they brought him into Mayans other than to keep the kind of nostalgia of Sons of Anarchy with this to keep.
I didn't even recognize him at first.
Yeah, I did immediately. As soon as I see him sitting outside the scrapyard, I was like, "Oh, this guy."
What was the woman that got killed by Opie? That was that
Stahl.
See, I didn't feel like they needed an Agent Stahl for this one. I felt like I felt like Easy's cousin
I didn't understand
was
why.
that,
Yeah, I didn't understand why Sons of Anarchy the first go around needed Lincoln Parker after we just got through dealing with Stall.
Yeah,
and then I really didn't understand why we needed Lincoln Potter in Mayans MC. I mean, I get it, but if they had left the cousin alive a little bit longer, we wouldn't have needed it.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way too. I actually kind of liked the cousin. I thought that was kind of
I did too.
I thought that was kind of an interesting
he was supposed to
aspect
kind of be the bad guy, but yet at the same time he was the good guy too. And so it was a little bit of conflictions there to like him or to dislike him. There was times he would do things, and I'd be like, "Oh, screw this guy." And then you turn around and you'd see the side of him, and you'd be like, "Oh man, I kind of feel bad for this guy."
See, I've never. Now that we've gone through season 1 and season 2, I'm really kind of confused about where exactly the cousin come in, because aren't they in hiding? Like, where did the cousin come from?
Like, the mom's side, I guess.
I guess it was, but I mean, still, they have all had to go into hiding.
Maybe her entire family didn't know that
they were part of
that.
Life, but I mean, that seems like a really dangerous aspect, when you think about
that. Feels like
that
feels like
Mexican gangs could kill us anytime.
You're not covering all your bases.
Yeah, I know, right? So I mean, I kind of felt like that was maybe something that really should have been covered in season 1. Exactly where he comes from. I don't remember if it was. I don't think it was, or at least I don't remember it.
I know their dad hated his dad. I remember that.
Yeah, he said something.
He said he was a drunk and a deadbeat.
Yeah,
and he even found him in the bar to be like, "Your boy, this," and he's like, "I don't even care about my boy," or whatever he said.
And see, that's another thing. I don't understand Felipe's relationship with the cousin either.
I don't understand any of that. I don't understand Felipe, period, because he's kind of dumb to me. But
I kind of felt like when it come to,
I liked Coco all the way from the beginning.
I'm not big on Coco.
I love Coco. He just cracks me up. I think he's a great character. I know he did some crazy or some bad things.
He drowned his mom. That's one. But I mean, I see where he was coming from. Yeah,
I see. Like, to me, she had it coming. So
I kind of feel that way too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of feel that way too. But
I like
still,
Coco, and I want him to be a bigger part of this coming season.
See, I worry about Coco, because Coco, once he finds out that his daughter was lying and he did what he did,
well, see, that's the thing. They kind of already told him, and he's just like, whatever.
When did they tell him?
Oh, I mean, he brought her back to this thing, and Easy told them that, hey, she was not telling the full truth. She's in the blah, blah, blah. You need to go talk to her. And then club business started happening. They're just like, they never went back to it.
I remember him saying, well, you need to, him telling her, you need to tell your dad or something along those lines.
Yeah. And that's the thing, though. That's part of the whole Kurt Sutter being a part of the show still, is that something kind of like Zobel and Sons of Anarchy. It's going to be left unanswered.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some answers since he's out of there.
It's funny that you brought up Zobel, because, Zobel was something that actually was one of the biggest answers off Sons of Anarchy that just has never been explored. That was one of the biggest
blanks.
And I feel like maybe when it comes to Mayans MC, I maybe kind of hope that they wouldn't go down that rabbit hole. Yeah. But like you said, with Kurt Sutter being gone, we might not have to deal with that anymore.
We might not. That's interesting.
So I hope
that's another thing about.
I hope it's that way.
That's another thing about season 3 that it's not prediction, but that's something I'm looking forward to see how the show either can sink or swim without Kurt Sutter. Like, whether it's going to be a worse show without him, or if it's going to thrive without him. I think it's going to thrive.
I thought Kurt Sutter.
I felt like he hurt Sons of Anarchy towards the end.
Towards the end, he hurt it.
Like the first 4, even maybe part of the 5 seasons, it was great. But it was like, I feel like he kind of hurt himself when he killed Opie off, and everybody, he got all that backlash. He was just like, well, I don't even have any interest in this. You want to finish writing it? You want to finish writing it?
He was.
Katie, why don't you finish it? He didn't care anymore. Like, he made it. You know, boom, I made it. I got all this money off of Sons of Anarchy, all this merchandise, all these views, ratings.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try anymore.
I think he was already going to the Bastard's Executioner. That show, you remember that?
Yeah, for like
the half season it was on.
3 episodes, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna do a Sons of Anarchy spinoff," and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be over the Mayans," and everybody was like, "Oh."
I remember, I remember, you know, when it comes to the Bastard Executioner, I remember me telling you, "Oh, well, this is a great show," and get into it. And I know it's a hard show for you to get into, but I just remember what you said about it, because when the show got canceled, well, I guess everybody's not into ancient Welsh history. Well, no, probably not. That was just such a rare thing to say. It's not like English was like Welsh.
Well, that's like when he got fired off the Mayans. Oh, everybody says I'm a pretentious asshole. Not an asshole. I know.
Well, I know that's kind of the way he actually was. He was like, "I'm not abrasive. Screw you."
Yeah. That's putting it nicely, but
I always think about that SpongeBob thing about that abrasiveness. I don't know if you ever seen that episode where it's just like my abrasive
side. The only time I ever watched SpongeBob was when I was at your house and you were watching it. So
we used to binge watch that when we were teenagers.
To watch it. I slept.
Fair enough. But, dude, that's how old we are. That's when SpongeBob was new.
Ish.
Yeah, newish. Yeah. But overall, I mean, I think.
Well, I really do want Coco to have a bigger role, and I know he's the president, but Bishop needs a bigger role in it. Like, I understand he's the president of the MC, but there was so many episodes where he wasn't even there.
Yeah, I know. I felt that way too. I mean,
or at least he might have been in every episode, but he wasn't in like the full episode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't in it much.
There were some episodes he wasn't in it at all.
That's what I thought. Like, I wasn't 100% on that.
I mean, I don't even. In fact, I've even seen series of episodes where he doesn't even show up at all.
I do think that Mayans MC has the potential to be just as good as Sons of Anarchy is, because I think they're generating their own fans.
I do too. You know what? I think Mayans MC, and this is one thing that's actually shocked me about Mayans MC, is I feel like Mayans MC has done a real good of taking the Sons of Anarchy fans that are looking for something new and then trying to create their own fan base at the same time. You know, it's not like the Star Wars sequels or anything like that, where they're trying to work on nostalgia. They're trying to work with something new. Yeah.
They still bring in some of that nostalgia, but it's not like their main focus.
Yeah.
Now, this is a question friends of mine have asked me that haven't, they're like, "Oh, what do you think about this on the show? Like, do you think we're going to see the Swole Boys again?" I'm like, "Good God, I hope not."
What was that even supposed to have been about?
If that wasn't a filler episode, I don't know what is.
Oh, that was a definite filler.
Other than to get Angel and Easy into trouble with the club, what was the point of them running into those guys? Angel pretty much starting a war with them so they could come and be like, "Oh, this is retaliation."
I almost kind of wondered this, and this was something that maybe you can answer it for me. And I know it probably is club business and club law and things like that, but what was the reason that they had to wear their patches when they were going through that? When they're trying to do something underneath the club, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to wear the patch.
Because they told them that they were going somewhere else. He was supposed to. Angel was supposed to be escorting Easy to San Quentin to finish his release paperwork. Yeah. So they had to, I guess they wore it to make it look like they were actually doing what they were supposed to be doing, not going after Happy to interrogate.
I see what you mean, because that was one thing that was always my biggest concern.
Now, when they went and interrogated Happy, I didn't understand why they would have their cuts on, because if they did kill him,
I didn't understand that either.
You don't want somebody to see you leaving Charming wearing a Mayans cut and then find Happy dead.
Well, I know it would be like Jack's all the way over.
That would have started the whole flipping war.
I know it would have.
Which is going to happen anyway.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
So I don't understand why they didn't just bring that crap to the club, vote to kill Happy, and just.
That's actually the way I felt towards it too.
But I don't think the club would have voted for it because at that time SOA was big allies with Mayans, so they probably would have gotten outvoted. So that's probably why they tried to do it on their own. But if you're going to do it on your own, I don't know, cover up all your Mayan ink and take your flipping patch off so that if you do have to kill this guy, people aren't going to be like, oh, we saw
a Mayan, somebody with a Mayan cut coming. Like all of his, it wasn't like he was in the country. He was in a suburb area.
Yeah, he was in the middle of Charming.
For all you know,
right past Floyd's and stuff.
For all you know, he's got a security camera. He's got all this stuff. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah,
this guy's got. Like I just felt like that was a really stupid thing.
I don't know why they felt that they should have that on when they were doing something like that. To me, that's incredibly stupid. Maybe selfish. Because now you're going to start a gang war when it's your personal beef.
Well, they literally if you really think about it, they actually almost started a gang war between the Swole Boys, which I know the Swole Boys weren't really a gang, but something that could have caused them trouble.
Yeah, it was unnecessary attention at the very least.
Yeah, and then of course it would have started a war with Sam Crow too. I mean, that would have. Killing a member, and then finding out it was
not just but even if they hadn't went after Happy, if they just started that crap with the Swole Boys, because if you remember, the Swole Boys operated in part of SOA's territory. That's why they called that SOA charter to come help them handle the issue with them. So that might would have started a rift with SOA right there. You came into our territory and started beef with somebody else.
Yeah, no.
What the hell's going on?
Well, that was kind of like one of the things that I actually, I was wondering too when I was watching that episode live. I was like, wait a second, why aren't Sam Crow or the Sons of Anarchy guys? Why aren't they pissed off about Mayans being in their territory? Why aren't they being like, well, why are you here exactly? Like,
well,
what was the
they
point
knew they were coming through. They didn't know Angel and EZ were going to be coming through earlier.
Yeah, but I just thought, man, that was kind of silly.
They always called them and told them, hey, we're coming through.
Yeah.
The SOA and Mayans did because they talked about that. Because that's what they told the Swole Boys. These guys at least give us, a heads up when they're coming to our territory and blah, blah, blah.
But see, I don't know. To me, I just kind of feel like the Swole Boys could have, you're asking where it was going to be in season 3? I pray no.
No, I hope not. I mean, that was the stupidest thing to me. Like,
but I kind of feel like Sam Crow and not Sam Crow, but
stupidest thing to me was they went when it was just Angel and EZ. Those guys started a fight with them. Knew they had guns, but they just came up to him with like a baseball bat. Why are you starting this shit with somebody? You know they got a gun, and you gonna bring a knife?
That's the way. That's the way I kind of felt towards it too.
But no, I love the show. I love it.
I do too.
I cannot wait for season 3. I know it's been pushed back now because of everything going on around the world, but
season 2. Let's talk about Emily. She's. This is the
Emily on season 3.
Emily on season 2. Did the exact same thing that Tara did in season 1.
I've called that since I first started watching the show, and it showed the easy flashback to them in high school. I said, "Oh, I get it. It's the new Tara. I get it."
Yeah.
So I mean, that didn't surprise me, and hopefully she doesn't make it. This is my opinion. Hopefully she doesn't live on the show as long as Tara lived on Sons of Anarchy.
I actually think not only will she live on the show, I think she's actually going to take over the Glendo operation. I personally believe that.
It won't happen.
I hope it does. I hope it doesn't. But I could see a show doing that. It'd be very unrealistic.
I'm just saying, if they're trying to be realistic, they better not do that. They're going to lose a lot of viewers.
Well, I feel like when it comes,
I don't think so. I think it's going to be what's his name, Hector.
I think, I know the guy with
the braids.
They always make fun of him about the braids.
Yeah, that's how I know him. The guy with the braids, But I think he's going to be the one to take it over because I think that he's going to find out that Emily's still sneaking around. Well, of course he's going to find out. He already did find out because he told him to follow her, and she was still sneaking around with EZ.
I think Alvarez will find out.
I think Alvarez is going to find out too. But the thing with Alvarez, I think he's a spy for the Mayans. So I don't know if he found out, he might tell Easy, hey, you need to chill before Galindo catches on to what's going on. Yeah. But I don't think he's going to go and tell Galindo.
No, I don't think he'll go.
I think the other guy will.
But he'll go to Bishop.
Yeah, he might go to Bishop. But the other guy's going to go to Galindo.
Yeah,
but I definitely want to see Galindo as more of a cartel leader in season 3. Like, he's kind of soft to me.
You want something like in Narcos.
Other than, he beat that crap out of that guy in that holding cell that time. But I mean, the majority of it, like, he hasn't done nothing. Like,
no, he hasn't. And I'm really disappointed in that. I kind of feel
but with his mom getting basically murdered here, we might see a different side of him.
We could,
especially if he finds out.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually think we will see a different side of him in that, because it's going to be personal.
Now I think he's going. I think it's going to be a different side of him just losing his mom. Now, once he finds out somebody murdered her, it's going to be a really different side. And then when he finds out who murdered her,
and Alvarez possibly covered it up.
Yeah, and I think the only thing, and I don't even see how this would save them, but I think that is how he's going to find out that they're his brothers.
Through that, how could they? Only Felipe.
That's what I'm saying. I think that he's about to kill Angel and EZ, and Felipe, to save his sons, is going to tell him, these are your brothers.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
You see what I'm saying? I think that's the only way we can get to the point where they find out that they're all brothers.
See, I kind of feel like there's no way he can. There's no way he can.
Emily knew, because that's
I know.
Well, I know. Jump from brother to brother.
I kind of. Yeah, I know. Like, what are the chances of that? You have all of California, and yet you pick a guy that's in prison for killing a cop, and then you upgrade to a cartel leader.
See, that's what I was going to say. I didn't understand the whole, we can't be together because you're going to be in prison for 20 years.
I'm going to get with the Galindo cartel.
But I guess that's because it was EZ's decision they couldn't be together. He's the one that kind of was like, no, I'm be locked up for a while. You need to go live your life. But then would she be like, well, I'll just go through this all over again like 20 times.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to go get him. Because it's not like she doesn't know who he is.
Like, she knows exactly what he does.
Yeah, and now she's inserted her in season 2. She's like inserted herself into the business, like all because she thought he was screwing that Adelita. And that's Angel's girl. So,
and did you understand that? I didn't personally understand it, because they were. I don't know.
I feel like if I was out with some other woman all the time, Monica might be like, "Hey, what the hell's going on here?"
Yeah, but you don't think
especially when she hears him saying that he's the happiest when he's able to talk to her because she understands that life. Like, I get her insecurities to an extent, but what I don't get is you can't just straight jump to being like, hey, I know you're screwing around with this woman when you've been sneaking around with EZ. Maybe y'all ain't screwing, but don't act like y'all ain't thinking about it.
I kind of felt she's hypocritical.
Yeah,
in that way too, because she gets real mad at him, even though she had literally just came from.
I kind of feel like Galindo is going to find out that they're his brothers. I think he's going to find out that they killed their mom, but it's not going to be the Reyes brothers who dies. I think Galindo's going to die. And I think that his braided friend is going to take it over, and I think Emily's going to run straight to EZ. When she loses everything else, she's going to take Galindo's kid and go straight to EZ.
I almost kind of hope that's not it, though, because
I see it coming, man, because it's going to be just like Jackson Terra.
Yeah, that's going to be Terra.
Or she's just going to leave with his kid and go to EZ, and EZ's going to have to kill Galindo to save her, like Jax had to do with the Cone. The Agent Cone.
Would not shock me if it actually turned out.
I hope not. Maybe without Kurt Sutter, it won't.
I wish for once it would take like a left turn that I don't see coming, where like they did something that was completely different than what even we're imagining here. I wish that they would do something completely original, but it just feels like
they probably will.
I don't think they will. I think they'll go down the exact same road, because they know that it worked for Sons of Anarchy, and they're going to try it.
I don't know. I think without Kurt Sutter, maybe they'll be like, well, we don't want his story.
Could be.
I
kind of, and that could very well be the case. But overall, I kind of feel like we're going to see a lot more Adelita.
Unfortunately, I did not like her.
I did not like her either.
I don't know if it's the actress playing her or what it is, but I didn't like her.
I think we're going to see a lot more of. I mean, it's going to have to be known now about Angel's ties with that group, of rebels. Like, it's going to have to be known now, unfortunately. He can't get away with it now.
See, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna. How long she was pregnant? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to cover up the fact that they were together way before or not. But
I don't think they
because I think they could. I think it could, but it's going to be a big secret to keep, and I think it's going to start weighing on Angel. I think once Angel has something to do with his kid, all these things he's keeping for the club, his conscience is going to jack with it, just like Jax. Like Jax, when Jax had Abel, his conscience started playing with him, and that's pretty much what started the downfall of Jax Taylor.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it actually was. I mean, it was seeing his son in that hospital.
The way he
was. He realized it put his life into perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
The way I kind of felt towards it.
I think so too, and who wouldn't,
No, I know. I mean, it's that would be a depressing state. That's something I've been through. That's very
not the exact same situation
but with
reasonings, but that's what I'm saying. You've seen your kid that way,
and it is depressing. It does cause you to change your life.
Look, just having a kid in general. Like when I first had Stevie, everything changed for me. The hate I had for certain people went away. I wanted to fix things with people. I realized life was short. There's all these things you don't want to live with. You don't want to raise your kid around.
You go from thinking that you have all this time in the world to feeling like you don't have enough time at all.
Plain and simple.
That's the way it kind of feels.
Plain and simple puts into perspective what really matters in the world.
It really does. It really does.
And
I felt like that's what happened with Jackson. I feel like that's
what's going to happen with Angel. But there's so many characters in Mayans. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about what I want to see happen. There's so many characters that were very small, minute characters in the first 2 seasons that I want to see in a bigger role.
What if, and I'm just throwing this hypothetical out there, what if this happens in season 3? What if Galindo finds out about, all this that's going on, and somehow he finds out, he tells Bishop about the angels doing with the rebels and all this.
Well, see, I don't know how much he knows, though.
What if, now this would be a left turn. I don't see it happening, but what if Bishop kills Angel in season 3? What if? I mean, I don't see it happening. I don't see that happening either. But I think that would actually be kind of interesting. I would hate it.
I'm sorry. I think if they did that, I'd probably lose interest right now.
Really?
Right now, I'm so into Angel's my favorite character.
Yeah.
So if you kill him off, it would have been like killing Jax off in season 2 for me.
It'd been your Opie moment, basically.
Basically.
I'm saying
back in season 2,
for a lot of people.
Back in season 2, when I was big into Jax still. That'd have been like killing him off then. I probably would have been like, what's the point of this show? Killed your main character.
Yeah, I know. It'd be like,
so I feel like if they did that with Angel, that's how I would be. I probably would keep watching it. I would have to
be hard. It would be hard.
It's funny that you're that way, because I remember just like a few weeks ago, you were like, screw Angel.
I didn't like Angel.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let me rephrase it. It's not that I didn't like Angel. It was the fact that I felt like Angel was just there for comic relief. Seemed like in season 1, but season 2 he grew.
I don't think you really saw the big picture of Angel until we did the better protagonist video, Easy or Angel.
And he started, but I'll tell you this. He started when
there was a big evolution.
There was a big evolution. And you started seeing the tragic nature of what it was, what his father had done to him.
What his mom
why he went down the route that he went. And then you started.
I didn't understand Felipe being a dirty cop, turned cartel, basically ran away from the cartel. But then he's like, Angel's a piece of shit scumbag because he's in a biker gang.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Dude, what are you talking about? You want to talk about a hypocrite?
Yeah, I know. I know. That's kind of the way I kind of felt towards it too. I kind of felt like maybe he was. I kind of felt like Felipe was really wrong with what Felipe was doing. I felt like Felipe keeping that secret from Felipe should have been honest with them from the start. Maybe they could have prevented it.
And then I kind of felt like I thought it was going to be a bigger issue. Like, yet again, Easy kept this big ass secret from Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Angel found out, he's like, "How long you know?"
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was going to be a lot bigger issue than that, and it wasn't. But.
Yeah, it wasn't. But I kind of feel like, you know, when it comes to season 3, I would like to see something that was different from maybe what I would expect on things. You know, I don't want them to go crazy with it.
No, I don't think they'll go crazy, but I think we're going to see some things we don't expect, some things we didn't even talk about here, things we haven't even talked about in our previous video.
My prediction is that there's going to be a war with Chips. I think there's going to be. I think Chips is going to die. Right. I think Chips will die at the end of season 3.
I do not think Happy's going to die in season 3.
I don't think Happy will
run SOA.
I actually don't see Happy dying in season 3. I see Chips dying in season 3.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I don't even think it'll be in the finale. Like, I think it's going to be maybe close to the finale.
Yeah,
like episode 7, 8.
It could be like the episode right before, and they could be like
7, 8,
basically the Dallas who done it.
And then it could be about it might show Chibbs' funeral at the last episode, and Happy being like, "We're gonna kill all these men."
And I think you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see growth from Angel.
But if they are gonna do,
I think Easy's gonna get more entangled with Emily. Is what I believe.
Unfortunately, I see that too.
I mean, I see that happen.
If they're gonna do the war with SOA thing, are they gonna have to bring in more of the old members of SOA to keep it interesting, or are they gonna have to find a lot more interesting members for SOA to keep that interesting?
It all depends.
It's gonna have to be something, man. It can't just be Happy and Chips.
Well, I mean, you have to look at it this way. With Kurt Sutter gone, they probably will get rid of a lot of the nostalgia stuff. Kurt Sutter is still trying to make a profit off Sons of Anarchy, much as he's trying to make a profit off.
They might, but
so I could see them.
He sold his rights to all this too.
I could see them cutting down the nostalgia.
They could,
aspect of it.
But another thing I'm interested in, I heard a story about it. I haven't been able to find out for sure if it's confirmed or if they're really talking about doing. They're talking about putting in production another spinoff over Abel and Thomas. If they do that, I'm watching that.
I would watch that.
Especially if, like, let's say Abel is big into Sam Crow, and he goes and gets Kenny, which is Opie's son, and brings him into it. That'd be kind of cool. So
I think that would
Jackson.
I think there's no doubt I'd watch that a million times over. Even Mayans. I've got into Mayans.
I've gotten big into Mayans. It took me a little while. Like in season 1, I was like, I remember calling you. I don't know if I'm be able to do this, man. I don't know if I'm be able to get into this show. And
you're really hesitant with it.
Finally, I got, it was like towards the end of the season, I was like, oh, it's over. I got to watch season 2 now. And then when season 2 was over for me, I was so upset because they went to season 3 already.
Well, see, I thought season 2 was a worse season.
You did. I thought it was 10 times better
than season 1. But yet it was season 2 that got me more involved in it because of what happened at the end with season 3. Like I was
going into season 3. That's what you remember. You were like, I wasn't big into it until the end of season 2. I was big into it at the end of season 1.
Now I'll be right there watching it as soon as it comes on.
Man,
like showing that.
No, we'd be over here watching it.
I know.
Let's go do a video.
I know. That's the first thing you're gonna be saying. It's like we got a lot to talk about on that.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I want to do that. I want to do that episodically. So if y'all be interested in us doing that, let us know.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and share our videos. When
I think that's going to about do it for our first little live stream here.
Yeah, so so the viewers will know this. What is your prediction for? You think Angel's going to grow? You think Easy's going to be tied more down with Emily?
I think he's going to be more tied down with Emily. Unfortunately,
you think Glenda's going to die, and you think
she's not going to run the cartel?
You don't think Emily will? I believe she will, but I see your point on that. I think it would have been if that older guy that was his advisor would have been there. I would think that guy would have been the bad guy for it. But now that he's dead, I kind of see your point.
And see, if his mom had lived, I could see I don't know, her kind of killing Emily at some point.
Yes,
but then it would have been just like Gemma and.
I almost thought that was where they were going because there was a love-hate relationship.
So I don't now with her gone. I'm curious about that. What's gonna kind of transpire from that? But overall, yes, I think Gwendo's gonna die. I don't think Angel's gonna die. Bishop could.
I don't think Bishop's gonna die.
But if they do this whole thing with Bishop and Angel, then it's just like Clay and Jax.
It would be to a certain extent, except I don't really look at Bishop as Clay. I look at Bishop as a side character at this point.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see a lot more out. See, there's a lot of characters I want to see a lot more out of. Coco, Bishop.
What about Taz?
There's going to be something about him killing Riz.
Do you think, when the club finds out, what do you think their reaction is going to be? Or you think they will find out?
See, if they find out, you would automatically
he's going to die.
He's dead. That's like in Sons. It was like you killed a member. You met Mr. Mayhem. I mean, we kill you.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming with clubs all over the world, it's the same kind of laws. Like you can't kill a member.
But unless the only way that they could actually find out about that. You know what? That would be something
to avoid the retaliation.
But I don't.
But that wouldn't have avoided that would have pushed it further.
No, that pushed it forward.
And Bishop didn't want that.
Because you remember Coco. Well, Bishop kind of did want to retaliate, but he was hesitant to because of
he wanted another reason.
He wanted.
So maybe he had him kill him to make it look like they went back in there and killed him in the hospital, so that they would have a reason to go retaliate.
That would be a very, very interesting part, and I would be for that. But I don't personally see it happening. I think Taz.
So excited.
Yeah, I think Taz did it because of his own personal vendetta. I think that's what it was. I can see that
too. But I'm like, okay, they made it look like they accidentally killed the Sons guy at the end. But how did you not realize he was wearing a different cut?
Because they were just blindly shooting. That boy,
well, especially Coco.
Yeah, no, he was just like took a big shake out of there. Like they killed all the different people, and they didn't care who it was. They were gonna kill an old woman.
I'm super excited about season 3. I cannot wait. And if y'all hear anything about them, because I've looked for the release date, and it keeps saying it got pushed back. We don't know what it is. If y'all find out, y'all know what it is. Let us know.
I hope it don't get pushed back. I'm kind of sick and tired of all this.
It was supposed to be September 4th. It already got pushed back once.
Yeah,
I don't know pushed back to what though. That's
my biggest concern right there, because I'm like, oh my goodness.
I just hope that all this crap doesn't kill these shows, like completely just end it, because by the time we're able to go back to filming,
I think it's almost killed sports, and I would have never said that before. I never would have guessed that people would be tuning out of sports, but COVID's made everybody's kind of viewership kind of change, and we're not accustomed to it on a lot of these things. So I kind of feel like when it comes to that, it's a distinct possibility. I think a lot of these shows are not going to come back because of it.
I think I'm worried about that with a lot of shows. I'm worried about that with season 3 All American. I'm worried about it with season 3 of Umbrella Academy at this point. I'm not worried about it with The Boys, because they've already announced season 3. And
really, The Boys and the Umbrella Academy are really the only 2 shows that you're going to actually be, that's actually going to come out.
I don't know, Umbrella Academy. I don't understand why it hasn't been
because I don't know. I guess they feel like they can take their time on that because
they just finished season 2.
Well, that, and they don't know if they're going to be filming in the next year.
That's true.
I mean,
that's true. And I don't even know where they film it.
I don't know either.
In California, where everything's still pretty bad. It could be.
Yes.
But
I mean,
But those were my predictions and what I want to see out of season 3. Did you cover what you needed to?
Yeah, I think I think Taz is going to be found out somehow.
I think that finding that out isn't going to make or break the show because he's not really a character.
No, it's not going to make the show at all. Like he's been in a few scenes really. He's not
really. I mean,
but I think Taz
and even when he's been in more scenes, he's just
yeah. I kind of feel like
he don't say nothing, so he's not really been there. So,
but overall, I kind of feel like Taz is he's going to be killed. I feel like Bishop's going to live. I feel like Angel's going to live. I know. I said I hope it went that way, but I don't.
You hope he died?
Yes, I actually hope he died because I want to see something original. Like I'd see something like that. But overall, I don't believe that's going to happen. I actually think, Easy's going to get more in with Emily. I think Galindo's going to die.
I do too.
I think Galindo's going to die.
Overall, I think it's going to be a great season. I can't wait.
All right, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. And like always, like our videos and subscribe if you like our content. And find us on Facebook and Twitter. Take care, guys.